everybody. Sorry again for going MIA, but it is now Friday the 18th of July, the day the hosepipe ban comes in place. Sad times, although I thought it was last Friday, but people are saying it's this Friday. Anyway, you would have probably last seen me just doing some random things. I'm not really sure, but just picking up the camera again today, to be honest with you, because I have got the day off again. So I had the day off last Friday and I have got the day off again this Friday, and it is 13 minutes past 7. I am going to a spin class at 9 o'clock, so I'm going to leave here between 8:30 and 20 to 9 because I will get stuck in the school traffic, although schools may have finished or they might finish today. But I basically got the best part of 50 minutes because I'm probably going to try and wrap up whatever I'm about to do by 8 o'clock so I can have breakfast, pack my bag so that I can wash at the gym, and then going food shopping afterwards. So basically last Saturday my mum came down and I had a little bit of a meltdown because, let me sit down, this is a deep chat needed. We haven't really actually been here that much over the last couple of years, but when we are here we are both really sort of restless, and we just either sit in the house or we'll be pottering outside, and that's fine, and I don't necessarily want that to change. However, we never actually sit in the garden, and the garden is a massive part of my life, and I love gardening. I like being outside, I like just tinkering with plants, but we don't have the option in our garden at the moment to just sit out in the garden. We've literally got our table and chairs, and I obviously just painted that bench. However, that isn't very comfortable. That is more of a decorative feature slash perch. It's not really a you sit here for a long time gig. But anyway, I did a little bit of shuffling around the other day on the patio, and I've just moved a few things about, and I've tried to make space to have a sofa thing, like corner sofa, outdoor sofa situation, so that we actually have the option to sit out in the garden and just chill, because both of our neighbours either side have got that option, and I'm so jealous that if I ever look out the window during the day you can just see neighbours to the right of us just sat outside reading a book on their little corner sofa, and I'm so jealous because on a day off like today, okay, not right now because it's a bit chilly, but last Friday it was so hot and I just wanted the option to just sit out in the garden and chill, but we just don't have that option, and it's a little bit not as luxurious when you're trying to sit on a chair, and we don't like have sun lounges or anything like that. Anyway, cut a long story short, I've had to do a little bit of rejigging to try and accommodate this sofa, which I'm going to try and get today, but I need to move my runner bean planter out the front and then have a bit of a rejig out the front, because the planters that are currently there are for my herbs. Right, okay. Out the front, got a big planter, was meant to be for all my herbs, because basically my brother's a carpenter and he built this planter for someone else, and then they decided they didn't want it, and it was meant to be like a tortoise house or something like that. Anyway, it's enormous, and he was just obviously like really annoyed that he'd made this planter, and then this woman was just like, yeah, I don't want it anymore, but it's so big, so it took up a lot of space. So I said I'll have it because I want to put like a herb planter out front of my house. So last year I had my herbs in it. However, certain herbs are very like dominant herbs. Such a boring adult chat, I know. But basically I dug some of the herbs out this year and changed where they were. So this year I've got my rosemary and my thyme in square planters out the front, and all the other herbs are in the greenhouse in a planter. However, the herbs in the planter in the greenhouse don't actually like it in there and haven't done as well this year. So next year slash autumn, because you can't move plants this time of year, I'm going to dig them back out of the greenhouse, poor things I know, and put them into big pots and put them back out the front, because I don't want them to go in the planter, because like I say, they just get overcrowded. So if I restrict their growth in pots, it'll be a bit better. So I'm still going to have my herb planter situation going on out the front, but I'm basically going to move, I'll show you in a second so it makes sense, but I'm going to move the square planters, and I've got one with mint in it as well. I'm going to move them, put hopefully the long plants for my runner beans along the fence that goes between my front garden and my neighbour's garden, and then I just need to basically rejig where the square planters are going to go. because we've got our gas meter at the front, so obviously that needs to be accessible as well. So I just need to have a bit of a faff around, to be honest with you. I'll try and film, but also like, I don't want people looking at me like I'm some sort of weirdo. But I'll show you what I mean, and then I can show you the after. And then also I've got quite a lot of pots and stuff out there, so I just need to have a bit of a bugger around basically at the front. And me and Jack were going to do it tomorrow/Sunday, but I'm having some osteopath treatment this afternoon, and me and Jack never ever get time to just do nothing, and we're really bad that when we do have the chance to do nothing, we don't know what to do with ourselves. So in light of that, I am going to try and move the planter myself this morning. He does not know it, I'm not telling him, so sorry Jack. But we've got some MDF in the shed, and my plan is to hopefully put the MDF along the gravel, because we've got like stony gravel out the front. Because the planter is on wheels, I'm hoping I can just wheel it down the drive, wheel it along the slabs out the front, and then wheel it across the MDF to get it in position, rather than trying to obviously lift it, because the whole point about doing it tomorrow/Sunday is because I'm having my osteopath treatment. You then can't do anything for 24 hours. Or you shouldn't do, and I'm really about the whole life of, you know, not just putting money down the drain. So that's my plan. So I don't know if it'll even work, but I'd like to do that, so that then this afternoon, basically plans are bugger around outside, go to the gym, go food shopping, because my life just revolves around food shopping, have my osteopath treatment at 12, then obviously probably have lunch, and then this afternoon go to the shops to try and find a sofa for the garden. Hopefully obviously I can get it, bring it back, build it, and chill in the garden this afternoon. That would be the dream. But at the moment it's just a bit chaotic outside. So I'll quickly show you out the back, and then I'll show you out the front, and then let's crack on. So this is what I have done. So originally the potting bench was over here, the planter was here, and then my potatoes were over there. So I had a bit of a rejig. So the potting bench is now here. I did have a staging table here, but it wasn't really serving any purpose at all. So I've collapsed that, and it's now down the side of the gym, along with all of my bulbs, which obviously aren't in flower at the moment. And then I've just used all of the chairs from our table and chairs just to get a bit of an idea of what the sofa will look like, and rough like sizing and stuff. But this planter here is the one that I need to move out the front, because there's not really going to be enough space for it there. And then I need to just have a bit of a play around with my courgette and my potatoes and stuff, and just generally try and make it look a bit nicer, because it's a bit stressful out there at the moment. So that is out the back. I'll just be quick because I think my neighbour is just out there. And then these are the two planters here that I'm thinking of moving. So I'm hoping to put the runner bean planter here, and then I just need to basically move those somewhere. So yeah, that is the plan. We have also had the dog this week, so I'm just going to do a quick house refresh, as in hoover the floors, mop. I need to do a load of washing, potentially I need to check the weather, and just generally get this show on the road. So we've now only got 38 minutes to do this, so let's crack on. Golly gosh. Sorry, we do have a tripod, but I just want to do that upstairs. So I've just managed to move the planter out the front and put it where I thought I wanted it, but I now don't want it there. Well, I'm going to speak to my mum, because my mum is quite good at offering sort of ideas and stuff. But my new idea is still have it at the front, but just change where it is. At the moment, I'm literally so sweaty. I've got it across the fence, but it's kind of not using the space fully, but then it's not the gap's not big enough between that and the gas meter to have it how ideally I'd want it. Let's do jam. My forearms are killing me though. Oh, it's all blurry. Hello? Yeah, you're back. Yeah, my forearms are killing me. So I'm now thinking maybe I'm gonna do it. So originally you would have seen I had the rosemary and the thyme and the mint in the middle. I'm now thinking what I might do is have the rosemary and the thyme as it was and put the long planter in the middle of the two where the mint was. That will take up less room this way, and then it's kind of like a T. I can still get down either side, and then I can put the mint in the front probably or something. Or even put the mint in front of the gas meter because that's in a pot that I can move, whereas the planters are so heavy and they're on wheels, so they've just got a mind of their own. But I can't really do that by myself. I do need Jack. It's a two-man job because out there it's kind of a bit slanted. So you need to obviously have one person like lifting it and the other person sliding a bit of wood under, especially because it's on wheels. Obviously it doesn't sit normally, if that makes sense. The wheels have got brakes, but yeah, so it is now 17 minutes past 8. As per usual, I am leaving myself a short time, kind of. I need to get changed and I need to pack my clothes for after the gym. Then I need to just quickly look around the cupboards to make sure I haven't forgot anything for food shopping. So I'm just doing myself some toast now, and then I will catch you in a bit. Okay, I am back from the gym and food shopping. I've literally just put the food shopping away. Let's just mute the TV quickly. Just put the load of washing out on the line and I'm just having brunch. So I had a couple of bits of toast this morning, as you would have known, and then I have made my usual, oh, you've gone upside down, my usual breakfast, which I'm going to have now because I'm so hungry. And all of the things that I spent doing this morning with the planters, I don't like. And I spoke to my mum and she seems to think it would look weird the way that I said I would like to put it. So basically I'm going to have this and then go and move the runner bean planter to the drive, which is where I originally wanted to put it, but then I had this idea to put it out the front. So I am going to actually just get a bigger piece of MDF to roll it off of so that hopefully it's a bit quicker, because osteopath is due at 12, but she can be 20 minutes either way. She usually texts me when she's nearby, so I'm literally just going to eat my breakfast and then crack on out there because, like I said, I don't want to be doing anything strenuous this afternoon. So I've just got the TV on now. I'm just going to eat my breakfast. So yeah, that is the update from me. So it is now the next day, and after an hour and 20-minute round trip, we have secured the goods. So it's slightly different to what I had in mind. However, it was a really good price and we got it from Morrison's in the end. It was in the clearance and they only had 2 left, so it was meant to be. Literally just got it in the truck to start building it, and I have got a flat tyre. So that's really annoying. So we're just going to take my wheel off, take it up to town to the tyre shop. Don't mind Jack in the background. And hopefully they can either repair it or get a new tyre and then just put it back on the car. Sustained a bit of an injury getting it out the car on the side of the house, but I've had a bit of a chilled day. Jack's just watching a bit of the Tour de France, and I've done some waxing, had to top up one of my nails that broke. Basically just haven't been having a real good chill, and then we're probably going to go to the gym this afternoon. We were going to do the park run this morning, but I had my osteopath treatment yesterday midday, and you're not supposed to exercise for 24 hours, and I am a big believer in sticking to that these days, otherwise it's just money down the drain. Here's Jack. Nice of you to join us.
Yeah, just been to the toilet.
I've got the
Sorry.
Jack out on the drive, and I've just taken the wheel nut covers off, so ready when you are.
Okay, cool.
There was once a day that I would pray for you. I'd go and misbehave just so you'd notice too. Sneaking looks up and down from across the room. And damn, what a hell of a view. I feel good, you look great, I like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first date. You're so fine, I'm so late. You sip wine, I drink straight. Don't waste time to my place. I feel my heart erase. So catch me if I fall. I'm falling fast, sitting here praying that this night's gonna last.
We've just been to the gym.
We've just been to the gym and we are just making our homemade pizza for dinner. It's been a while. We have our lovely Greek yogurt and flour base, which is the dough, with a little bit of salt, pepper, a little bit of garlic granules and mixed herbs. Just getting it all sort of mixed up. Then we're going to roll it out. We've got our pizza trays with our baking paper on, and we've got all our things cut up. So I'm just gonna.
Did we want a bit of flour on the surface? No.
Well, a bit late now. Yeah. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. The key with these, I don't know if we've said before, but is less is more with the touching because it's very sticky.
Maybe we should do some flour. Yeah. So if you wanna, I'll just pick it up on the spoon. Flour. Oh.
Yeah, is that good
Yeah,
for me?
that's good for you.
Cheers, Biggies.
No worries, big bum. Yeah, so it's kind of quite hard to get the consistency of this stuff right because you kind of think you got it right and then it's a bit sticky or a bit dry, and then if it's too dry it's crumbly, and if it's too sticky and wet you can't really touch it and do anything with it. So I'm still yet to perfect the...
Well, also we did it without any recipe tonight.
Yeah, that's what I guess. I think we probably did it heavy on everything, quite big, but...
It's actually annoying, you know?
Yeah, you almost need to kind of like get it all sort of covered in flour on top to
be able to manipulate it.
Which I've kind of managed to do. And then obviously you kind of want to roll it out, but at the same time it's quite hard to roll out, so I kind of generally just kind of start to just press it down and...
Keep pressing and guessing.
Yeah, as Stephen Mulholland would say on Catchphrase. Yeah, it's been quite a nice day actually. Nice to, well obviously we've just been to the gym, but nice to actually have a day off. I mean, I've had quite a lot of days off the bike lately, but I've had like 3 really good training days with some power PBs and some good, fairly decent volume, kind of 2-3 hour rides, you know, during weekdays is always nice. And yeah, nice to have today off. And then got my sort of Sunday, back to my Sunday endurance, which I haven't done for probably a month or so, due to racing and being away and everything.
We were at, well, Jack was working at Goodwood Festival Speed last weekend. So that was one weekend, and then where were you off gallivanting probably the weekend before that?
No, we were at Mum's. Oh no, maybe I did ride then.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But at Mum's. I feel like I haven't done a zone 2.
My mum.
Yeah, sorry, we call... Corinne's mum is Mum because she's Mum Wakesmith on Corinne's phone, and I've got her saved as Mum Wakesmith as well. So I call her Mum as well. Which has been quite awkward because I sent her a load of pictures from one of my bike races recently because I've got my mum saved as Mummy and I've got Mum Wakesmith as Mum Wakesmith, and I just typed in on WhatsApp Mum, and obviously it came up and I sent them, and then suddenly realised I sent them to the wrong mum. Luckily there was nothing derogatory. I actually think this might be my best base yet.
Yeah, for the shape. Mine's terrible.
But I almost want to get it floured up on top so I can then flip it.
Yeah, there's a fly. You land on my pizza.
So the problem is now, I think it's actually like stuck to
Yeah,
it.
that's what mine was. That's why I had to keep turning it. Do you want a fish slice?
Should have actually just gone straight onto the.
Yeah. Did we try that one time?
No, but I'm actually going to do that.
Sure. Your perfect pizza is no more.
No.
Do you need some more flour then?
That's fine. We'll just get. There we go. That's it. Put that down. And that's on the flour. That's fine. I know this is not very traditional, like obviously real pizza. You watch them and they're like laying it over their heads and rolling it out, but.
Yeah, but also these are like healthy pizzas. I feel like this is not the ingredients.
No, it's not actual.
Oh! Oh! So, you land on my pizza, you dead meat.
See if I can get this. Can I just get you to do a little bit more flour on top?
Sure.
Just a light sprinkle on top. Yeah, lovely, thanks.
We're done with the flour.
I think so, yeah.
Oh yeah, and also we've got my tyre fixed. So I said that 20 quid, puncture repair, lovely. All good to go. Look at Jack's cycling time.
Yeah, tell me you're a cyclist by telling me.
There's Jack's, and there's mine, and these are our toppings with some pepperoni and a few tomatoes. Here they are. Jack's looking perfect, mine looking a bit misshapen. Some beetroot from the garden, a little bit of cucumber maybe on the side, lovely. It's a little bit chilly, so Jack's had a change and I've just put a cardigan on because we're going to go and enjoy our new sofa set.